For some reason, I've got all of these ideas in my head that this stuff is hard to make. Marmalade was one of them, and guess what? It's not hard. It's really easy. Come on, let's make it together. So here are some of the things that you'll need to begin with. So you'll need a cloth kind of like this. It can be thinner. If you've got muslin cloth, that's perfect. You can even use a clean dishcloth, and as long as it's big enough as well. And then I'm showing you here that I use elastic bands to tie it onto the handle of the saucepan. It's actually much better to use string, but I couldn't find mine, so I used elastic bands in a place where they couldn't get too much heat. I'll show you in the videos that are coming. Then you'll need a knife. It can be any knife, it just needs to be really sharp, and it needs to be one that you like cutting things very finely with, because you'll need that for the peel. Then you'll need a chopping board. This is the one that I use for fruit and vegetables, so this is the one that I'm using in this one. A large bowl. You'll probably need a couple of bowls, to be honest. So as long as you've got a couple of bowls, a sieve, a nice saucepan that you can use. The saucepan will just need to have a handle that you'll kind of see in the next clip where you can tie the cloth onto. Now I'm not going to share loads of instructions because I am no expert. I've only made this once, but it turned out so well that I just really want to share this with other people. So I'll leave the links down below in the description of where I got the recipe from and everything that I've done, so it's clear for everyone in case I miss anything, which I probably will, because this is the first video that I've ever made. So let's see what I remember and what I don't remember. So yeah, if you get all of these bits and bobs ready, it'll just make it loads easier. And the other thing you're going to need, which I don't have a photo of, are Seville oranges. It's really important apparently. I didn't know this until I started reading into marmalade, but they have loads of seeds, which is perfect for producing the pectin, which is what you need in order to create the jelliness of the marmalade, I believe. Like I said, I'm no expert, so sorry if I get any of this wrong. So I'm just showing you here on the video that it's really important that you have some jars. You don't have to buy new jars, you can recycle any old jars, you know. I used to use jars that I had already. I didn't buy anything special for this. But what I would recommend is using jars that have a wider mouth. It's really hard when you use like really small jars to get these things in, and the marmalade is really hot when you pour it. It needs to be. So yeah, just for ease. I mean, you can do it slowly. I suppose you could spoon it in if you only have smaller jars, but this kind of jam jar size, slightly wide jam jar size, was perfect. So I used that, and I used a larger jar, which I'll show you in the next few clips. At this point I've jumped straight in. I've got no pictures of anything before this. I'm slicing up the Seville oranges super fine. So you have to squeeze them, take all of the liquid out, take all of the seeds out, and then slice them really fine, and then you'll get them in the pan and it will look like this. And in that bag that's hanging on the side, that's the fabric that I used. Inside that bag is any of the pith and any of the seeds. And the reason that that's there is that that stews along, boils along with the peels and the water and the sugar, and eventually you'll end up squeezing that out and then adding that back in. And this all sounds really complex, but I promise you it's not. And then that will give you the pectin that you need in order to produce the best marmalade. So here's a video of the marmalade after it's been cooking for a long while, and it starts to thicken up, and by this point, honestly, if you're an amateur at making anything like jams and jellies or any of that, for me this was so exciting because it starts to thicken up and you can see that it's working. Just brilliant, it was so great. And so I'm just using a wooden spoon here and just checking on the consistency all the time. You can see here that it just starts to look really good and the smell is insane. So now you can see this is where it's reduced down. It stays on the heat for a couple of hours and it starts to get very, very, very close to marmalade. And here it is poured and ready to go into the fridge. I was so excited at this point. It was absolutely delicious, so tangy and sweet. It's absolutely delicious, the best marmalade I've ever tried in my life, and I made it, and I just honestly was so thrilled to have made it. And I got one large jar and one average size jam jar, which I can show you here. So the one on the left is like 900 grams I think, and the one on the right is slightly less. It's about 2/3 of that size. And I was overjoyed, and I just have to share this with you. So I'll put down Nancy's recipe down below, and hopefully you'll give it a go if you can get the Seville oranges. If not, bookmark this for next year, next season. And maybe there's something else that I don't know about. Maybe you can use normal oranges, or maybe other people have tried. Please let me know if there's anything else, any other marmalade lovers. I'd love to hear from you. So yeah, hopefully this will inspire you, and I wish you all the best and can't wait to share more things with you. The next videos I'm really excited about and I can't wait to post them. So yeah, have a great day. Bye.